Hey everybody, Nobody here, and welcome back to another episode of News Nobody Wants to Talk About. We got a lot of interesting stuff that we wanted to talk about today, including what Henry Cavill is doing with a mysterious special secret script. But first, a lot of interesting other stuff to talk about, so here we go. I'm a huge movie nerd, and if there's one thing that I enjoy, it's when they come back years later and redo a really awesome movie and give it the sequel that it deserves. If you've got a free afternoon and you're looking for a laugh that's not only funny and fun to watch, but nostalgic as heck, be sure to check out the Coming to America sequel that was released on Amazon Prime. Reprising their original roles, Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy come back, as well as a handful of the original cast, including James Earl Jones and the gal that played his wife from the original movie. They come back to do a whole brand new story about trying to find his son in America. Be sure to check that out this month on Amazon Prime. Remember District 9? That crazy movie about the South African fella who got infected with the alien bug and turned into an alien, and it was all shaky, like found camera footage and stuff, and it had like interviews from people, and it dealt with immigration and all kinds of other stuff, and the ideology of illegal aliens and stuff like that, and it was also super sci-fi and cool looking. Well, guess what? District 10 is currently being written. That's right, a sequel to that amazing action sci-fi movie is in the works, and I honestly can't wait to see how it's going to play out. I can't wait to see how they develop that story. So you should probably do some research and check that out for yourself if you're interested. Checking out things if you're interested is a thing that I like to keep steady on my channel. Yeah. Speaking of that, Hulu has got some really awesome stuff to be seen on their lineup this month, including a bunch of awesome documentaries. Now, I am a huge fan of documentaries. I love learning about stuff that I know maybe just a little bit about, something that I've heard about on the news, but being able to go back and watch an entire why movie about it is also really important. I think that's really fun, and I kind of have like a bad habit of like boring people in my house watching these documentaries. But this one seems to be something that I am very interested in, because if you know me and you know my channel, there's a lot of nostalgia at play, and this documentary goes back through the eyes of the child actors that lived these stories in a documentary called Kid 90s, showcasing child actors from the time and how dealing with fandom and popularity and stardom affected their upbringing. You get to see a handful of collected faces that I'm sure you'll recognize talk about what it was like to be a child star back in the day. Be sure to check it out on Hulu, Kid 90s documentary. Look it up. It's going to be awesome. And now, taking the reins and handing them over to a good friend of mine, we're going to hear now from my buddy Herb Herbansky about something uplifting and one of his uplifting stories in a minute. Take it away, Herb.
Thank you, Nobody. Recapping my stories this week from Uplifting Stories in a Minute. A couple with a restaurant in Texas cooks nearly 600 free meals for a public without power or heat. A teenager helps hundreds of seniors book COVID vaccine appointments. And a 29-year-old cancer survivor will finally be fulfilling her childhood dream by going into space. Thank you, Nobody. Back to you.
Thanks, Herb. That's awesome. Look forward to hearing more from you in the future. God, I love that channel. If you guys haven't seen Uplifting Stories in a Minute, go ahead and check that out on YouTube, and make sure to subscribe, because that guy has got some really awesome stuff going on. Moving over to video games, we got some news about the Sims anniversary content. A lot of stuff going on with Sims. Lord knows we all are huge fans of the DLC content, right? I mean, what was the last one? Was it hot tubs? Lord knows we all wanted hot tubs, right? Look at how excited we are with our hot tubs. Sims is having a super big anniversary thing to kind of pull together all the content ideas from creators all over the place, and showcasing a whole new slew of additions to the game, including modifications that we have been a long time waiting for. Now, the community often has the chance to put its ideas into play where Sims is concerned. EA has been very good with making the forum open and available to the content that people want to see. You know, we had an opportunity to get a bunch of stuff, I think, when Sims 3 was a big deal, and what did we get? Laundry. We wanted Sims 4 to have super awesome DLC, and what did we get? Hot tubs. Now, we finally got a chance to do all of the cool little nicky-nacky modification stuff to both ourselves and our environment with a handful of very awesome additions that other people, random like players of the game and the community, content creators have created. Now, it's like skin alterations and stuff, and things you can modify about the character and the environment, and there's all these different little additions that you can find and are very easily shortcutted for you to like take advantage of. So go ahead, if you haven't, check out that DLC package for the anniversary release and go ahead and look at all of the cool content that these creators have made. Something not so expected, if they've had years to do this, it turns out that Grand Theft Auto 5 might actually get banned. Certain states are actually running it through legislate, and believe it or not, it's picking up steam. We might actually be seeing a game for the first time in American history that's not only had a steady career of almost like 20 years, but is now finally being acknowledged for something that might keep it banned. Now, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it, okay? Grand Theft Auto is an awesome game, but it's also incredibly violent, and it's completely open to the player. Rockstar has stated numerous times that the ideology behind the game is to finish the missions and complete the objectives. But just because you can take control of the car and run over 3 cops and kill a prostitute in this game, they take that as something that everybody is doing, which I know they are, and they're trying to get it banned because violent video games lead to violent kids, and that's their reasoning for it. Now, me personally, Grand Theft Auto has had decades, okay, for something bad to happen because of that. And I haven't yet to see something on the news of like police chasing somebody with like an M16 in like a Corvette going, Grand Theft Auto made me do it! So I really don't think anytime soon it's gonna get like actually banned. But it would be really wild to see, wouldn't it? Do you think Grand Theft Auto should be banned for its violent content? Let me know in the comments down below. Me personally, I like it. And check out my profile if you ever see me online. Grand Theft Auto Online. Wrapping up the news today with video game and movie related news, Henry Cavill has been doing some awesome stuff for DC. He's been playing Superman, they could never fix the mustache on his face, and doing a bunch of other stuff as far as like Geralt from The Witcher and everything else. And speaking of that, while he was filming Season 2 of The Witcher, our sneaky little catty little fella here, oh that little minx, Henry Cavill posted a picture of him standing there with a script that was blurred out. And I think the caption was like, secret project. Now, there's a lot of sleuthy people out there on the internet, and somebody took it upon themselves to take this footage, fix the blur, and see exactly what was on the script. And of course, it only took a few minutes for somebody who knew what they were doing, and sure enough, there are a bunch of key words in that script. Keywords that would suggest something, I don't know, a Mass Effect movie being made. There's been rumors all over the place, but this is the first ironclad piece of evidence where someone was holding something that would guarantee proof that the Mass Effect movie is being made. And if Henry Cavill is the one that's playing Master Shepard, hell, if he's even the one playing Joker, I cannot wait to see that, because that man makes everything he's in gold. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of News Nobody Wants to Talk About. I love you guys when you come in and watch this, and Lord knows there's stuff that I haven't... things that I have missed, I guess, put it that way. If there's anything you think I should be talking about, or if there's something that you want me to discuss and you haven't seen it yet on the channel, put that in the comments down below, because I always love hearing from you guys. And believe it or not, some of the ideas you guys give me is stuff that ends up in this video. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Remember, I always love your face, and I will see you next time.